Hello all, and as I say in the intro to this channel is about stuff that I love, I collect, and it's often stuff that's ignored by others, which ends up being a real hassle for collectors that do collect this stuff. And the multi-pack exclusives are a great example of that whole thesis statement for me, I guess. Because the idea here is that these cars that come in, like this, in Canada we have 10 packs, in the US I think they're 8 packs, I believe. There's also 20 packs that exist. Problem with that is that these cars essentially are you're buying loose cars, right? Yes, the pack you're buying it is mint, but none of these are carded. So what happens is that there's that whole segment of the collector population that just won't deal with them. Because like for example, the resale value, any investment value is just thrown out the window. These are just made for someone to collect. There's really almost no value behind this. And what sucks for people like me who collect specific castings, like for instance, if you see here, there's the Aventador J casting, there's the Corvette C8.R, and we'll look at them all individually. But what sucks is that I collect a specific casting. I want to have all these castings. And if I don't buy this multi-pack, then I just will never see it. It won't be released carded. I will not find this at toy shows because other collectors don't buy them. So why would a reseller buy this pack? There's just no use to it. And on eBay, it'd be crazy because I'm buying, like these have very little value, right? They're bought as loose cars, essentially. So they're like, what, $1 or $2? And shipping would be $10 each time, so there's just no way. So with multi-packs, basically you buy them when you see them at the store if you collect that casting. And yes, you're stuck having to, you're stuck having to buy the whole pack with all the castings you may not care about. Which makes it doubly frustrating, but at the same time, that's the only way to get that car in your collection. And I want to show you because this is the first time that we're actually seeing some of these decos, these releases. So if you collect these castings, this could be your first look at them. I want to show you what you're in for. Okay. Now, on the side, in the corner, right, there's only that corner exclusive. In that box, for instance, it's this Toyota GR86 Cup, which I think has an amazing deco. Like it's really, really nice against the white. It's like a pearl white too, like pearlescent metal flake white, really beautiful. And it's very detailed racing livery with lots of sponsors. And on top of that, you also get the headlight prints. So that's really cool. And you've got the base acting as the grille. Like you use the base piece for the grille. So you have a really nice front to the car, even though this is just basically an extension of the main line, right? These are not Silver Series or anything like that. There's obviously nothing on the back because all the deco in here, but I still think they were quite generous enough with it. I think this is a very, very well realized version of the Toyota GR86 Cup. So yeah, it looks great. The other window exclusive that you may find for a 10-pack is the Pagani Zonda R in orange. So just like this is a brand new deco for this casting. And yeah, if you collect the Pagani Zonda R, then that's the only way that you'll be getting it. Now these two, what's special about these is that they will have different decos throughout the year. That's how you know where you're at in the year for the release. At this point, we do not know what other color these will come out in, but there will be a different one. Between the two, I gotta say, this one's definitely a highlight. This one, I think it's very, very basic deco. Not much going on with this one. Okay, now I'll just go through these a bit quicker because I think there's less interest. These three here are all fantasy castings, and they come like they're used often for the multi-packs, especially the Ollie Rocket. There's the Ollie Rocket. I gotta say, even though the casting is fine, it works very, very well on loops. It's good for tracks. There's a nice die-cast element here that I like. The deco here is extremely uninspired. There's not much going on. It's just white and orange. There's not much. Really, really not much. And that gray is very dull. So yeah, not the best Ollie Rocket so far. We also have the Warp Speeder, one that I'm also not a fan of. It does not work well on loops at all, which you would think that as a fantasy vehicle, at least it can, work well on the Hot Wheels tracks. But this one's not great. Not great. The deco, well, the color here used, the main one is the chartreuse neon plastic for the body. And yeah, the metal component is the base, which is painted in green. Same for this one here. This is the maximum leeway. named after Leeway, who is a designer at Hot Wheels that deals with the deco of cars. So he did this one. He usually gives like a really cool deco with it. And I gotta say, it's not a bad deco at all. I just don't really care about this car. I do not like that this one has a plastic body. Well, I gotta say, of all the Maximum Leeways, this is probably the nicest one so far. It's the one that looks the least cheap, I'd say. It looks very, very good. I just don't collect the casting because the previous ones, to me, didn't look that great. And yeah, here, the die-cast element is the base at the bottom. Now, these are the 3 highlights. This is why I really wanted this pack. I guess along with the 86 Cup, you've got these. First, we'll start with these 2 Corvettes, which are really cool. We'll start with this one here. It's the early one. This is the 2014 Corvette Stingray. Now, I do appreciate the fact that the headlights are painted. There is some racing livery. That's fun. However, I do not like the fact that the front grille is just the same white paint put on. White, we'll say, yeah, it's off-white or eggshell. Yeah, not great. Gotta say, I'm a bit disappointed by that because it does cheapen the car, even though these are obviously just, you know, the extension of these $1 mainline cars. And yeah, nothing on the back, of course. So here is the Corvette. However, if you are a Corvette fan and you collect this particular casting, the only way to get it is through a multi-pack. So that's your first look at that car. And now here is the Corvette C8.R, one that I do collect. I like this casting quite a bit. I like the lens headlights. It helps to give a budget for the deco for the rest of the car. In this case, it works really well, right? So we have that Corvette here. Nice deco for it. You've got the racing liveries all throughout on the side too. Even a very, very nice like hint of gold here. And that's also carried, a whole gold against black is carried out with the words C8R, which I think are easier to see here. Yeah, there you go. On the C8R, do you see there? And there's that cool element of gold against black with the wheels as well. So I think this is a very, very well realized version of the Corvette C8R. Very, very nice. And yeah, no taillights. All right. And see, just to show the comparison, we're looking at that. Sorry to go on. But with the grill piece, sometimes it's about the casting and not necessarily the car it's based on. So in this case here, what the casting did is that it created a hole in the die-cast element so that the grill could just be, they could use the base for the grill detail. So you end up getting that grill detail without actually using any paint and even using less metal in this sense. In this case here, you just lose that. Okay, now to me, the big highlight is the Lamborghini Aventador J. This one comes up very often in multi-packs. We did not get it last year because last year they used it in the Mystery Series instead. I believe it was Mystery Series 3, which we did review on this channel. And it was the #1 car. Number one, I mean by like the chase car, as some people may say, although it's never an official chase, according to Hot Wheels. But yeah, now we have a dark gold version here. And it looks pretty good. Like I said, I like the painted headlights. Looks good. You've got the base being used for the bottom here. And the back as well. So a nice use of the layering all throughout. Yes, no taillights. None of these turn out to have taillights. But just like any, any standard mainline car, aside from the factory fresh. And we do have slight racing livery with the front here, but ever so slight. So here you go, that's the Aventador J, and it's a nice new one for those that collect this casting or Lamborghinis. So here are your new 2026 multi-pack exclusive cars for now. By the end of the year, there should be like about 40 releases, and we'll cover them as they come out. At least I hope I do. On this note, I wish you all a wonderful day, guys, okay? Bye.